The North Georgia man who had planned to open fire at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport remains being held without bond and has now been charged in a federal court. 49-year-old Billy Joe Cagle of Cartersville faces 3 counts: attempted violence at an international airport, interstate threat to injure, and a felon in possession of a firearm. Next up for Cagle is a detention hearing on Monday and a preliminary hearing set for November 5th. 11Alive reviewed the FBI complaint, which states Cagle told a family member on FaceTime he planned to shoot some cars on I-75 while driving from Cartersville to Atlanta. Cagle's wife then told Cartersville police, sharing concerns that he was mentally unstable. Authorities caught up with Cagle and arrested him inside of the airport's south terminal. A search of his truck, which was parked outside the airport, came up with an AR-15 rifle and 27 rounds of ammunition. All right, let's look at the legal case moving forward with noted defense attorney and friend of the show, Darryl Cohen. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. Good morning.
All right. Darryl, from a legal standpoint, how strong is the government's case here based on what is in that federal complaint?
Well, you have an extremely strong case. Why? You have an extremely strong case because they found the weapon based upon his wife's advice. His wife called, gave a tip, and the city of Atlanta police at the airport did a great job and did what they needed to do. When you think about what could have happened as opposed to what did happen, which was only an arrest, we are so fortunate and so blessed.
Yeah, we're talking about 3 major federal counts here, including attempted violence at an international airport. How significant is that, particularly in the charges in the eyes of the court?
Well, it's very significant, but keep in mind, he didn't complete anything, which was wonderful. The fact that he didn't complete anything makes it so much better. But he is a convicted felon. In the federal system, he's going to get a great deal of time. His detention hearing, I suspect, will mean the federal magistrate will keep him detained, but he has to have mental treatment. And then his preliminary hearing will lay out everything that the United States government has, which is basically what took place at and before the Atlanta airport arrest.
Yeah, and we realize that this is an alleged attempt, right? So he didn't do anything particular, but it was an attempt. Does that carry the same weight, or I mean, will he still carry out the same charge as if he actually did it, or will the attempt kind of lower the charge?
The attempt lowers it, but keeping in mind he is a convicted felon, and as a convicted felon, he cannot have a weapon. So he would get 5 years incarceration in the federal system, regardless of anything else, assuming that there's no motion to suppress, which gets rid of the charges, and they won't.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great case for the federal government and the local government.
Mm-hmm. You know, we always put you in the situation because we love your insight now. We're saying you're advising the defense, right? Where would you focus? So is it on the intent? Is it on the mental state? Where would you go?
The answer is yes. I would focus on everything as a prosecutor, as a defense. I would try to mitigate it and have a lot of mental counseling. But keep in mind, he has a previous record as a felon, which cannot be waived.
Yeah. Okay. What's your thoughts on the balance between protecting the public safety and protecting an individual's rights in a high-profile case like this?
In a case like this, there is no balance, in my view. You have to protect the public first, last, and always. And then you try to protect the person's rights and try to have them heal and prosecute them and watch them be incarcerated, whether it is with or without mental counseling. Mm-hmm. But you've got to protect the public. Just think about what could have happened at the Atlanta airport.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And so thankful for you to be on here and join us for your insight. Of course, we'll be getting back with you on this particular case and many more. Really always appreciate you joining the show.
Thank you, my friends. You guys have a wonderful day.
I do the same.